Hey, welcome back to another edition of Open Shutter. And today, on a Sunday, we are live from Seattle, Washington, right? The state?
Yes, yes,
Okay, I
yeah.
had to remember that. Have the pleasure of welcoming Tariq to the. Am I saying your name correctly?
Yes, you
Tariq?
are. Honestly, you're
Okay.
one of the few who actually get it right on the first try,
Yes,
so
I try to pride myself on that stuff. But man, thanks for jumping on this thing on a Sunday morning for you, especially.
exactly, yeah, thanks for having me on, I could be watching football, but, this is even better.
Well, the
So
Seahawks aren't playing this weekend, right?
no,
So
they're not,
yeah,
but I've been
yeah.
watching very closely the games yesterday, so I'll be
Yeah.
watching closely today to
You
see
ever
what.
you ever uh, you ever go to games over in Seattle?
Yes, I think in early November, my fiance and I went with, some friends from work,
Yeah.
and, they took us to see the Seahawks and the Cardinals playing.
Oh, nice.
That was a blowout. The Seahawks just absolutely obliterated, but it was so fun. Like the energy is crazy. I can still
Yeah,
feel my ears ringing, thinking about it.
man.
So,
It's always good to go into like sports and like I always
yeah,
find like sports events in person just a different vibe.
exactly.
Versus TV.
Yeah, I could say I loved going to Canucks games, not anymore. But
No, 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 no.
no, let's not talk about the trouncing
The
last
Leafs just the Leafs just blew you guys out last night.
completely. I watched for like
Okay.
5 minutes, like, oh, turn it off.
Yeah, it's tough.
It's over.
It's okay. The Leafs are having a tough year, so
Yeah.
no worries, man. No worries. But thanks again for coming on, man. Like, I don't know, like how you want to jump on. Like, what do you want people to like know about you, kind of thing?
I mean, I obviously just want to introduce myself, but also like, my style of photography is a little bit different than I'm sure other people you have on. Other
Mm,
people
yeah.
probably have big fancy cameras, but I'm just with my little iPhone.
Right. Okay.
But before we jump into all that stuff, I guess like, yeah, let me introduce myself. Like I said, my name is Tariq. I'm living in Seattle, but I am from Vancouver, so I do still have my true north roots still
You
in
still got
me.
your passport. You still got your Canadian
Yes,
passport.
of course, yeah.
Beautiful. Love that stuff.
Yeah, I definitely have my passport, and my parents are still in Vancouver, so it's I still have my home ties there, and by trade I'm an accountant, so working down here, and yeah, just enjoying not being too far away from home, and just enjoying this exciting chapter of my life. As I said, I'm engaged, and really just trying to build the life here.
Nice, man. It's
Yeah.
exciting.
It
Exciting.
is. It is. It is exciting.
It's
It's
exciting.
definitely you learn more about yourself every single day, and that's the same thing
Yeah.
that in photography and in the arts. You learn so much about yourself so quickly that you didn't even realize.
Yeah, exactly. And it's really just a kind of about you really have to kind of like enjoy the process in
You do.
terms of like whatever like the outlet is. Like
Yeah.
to me, it's like if people are doing it for just like external validation, it's gonna like not go well for you because you're
No.
always dependent on other people. But if you actually truly enjoy, like if you truly enjoy taking photos with your phone, then like go for it. Like that's your thing. But like there are some big people on like social media that are known just for like mobile photography. I
Mhm.
think I think there are awards just for
There are. Yeah.
mobile photography.
It's
So
even
it's not like a thing. It's like no
yeah.
one has to be like embarrassed by it. Like it's the
No.
actual like thing, right? So
No, it is. It's a
yeah,
it's a thing, and it's quite a growing thing. A lot of people ask me like, "Oh, what do you use?" I'm like, "Oh, my iPhone." They're like, "Really? How do you do that?" And I'm like, "You
right.
know what? It's and on my page, I've it's right on the front of it. It's three things really. It's passion, it's vision, it's opportunity. Those are the three values that I stand by when it comes to my photography. Like we
Yeah.
just said, passion. You gotta have a rhyme and reason to do it. It can't be external validation, because the second that you don't get it, because there's going to be some picks that flop, and that's
Yeah.
okay. It's
Yeah.
gonna happen. And you know even for me, for a while I struggled with that. It's
Right.
And that was one of the probably the biggest challenge when I opened this page and started this page was, are people actually gonna like my stuff? Because art is really personal, it's really subjective, and the second that someone doesn't engage the way you want, or a post flops, thinking, oh, this is going to be like a 250 like post, it's going to do amazing. It's like, oh, it flops. I only got
Yeah.
like so many. Like,
Yeah.
where did I go wrong? Like, did people not like it? Did I over hashtag the heck out of it? But like, and
Right.
then
Yeah. It
maybe
never ends though. It never ends.
Instagram. that's really forced me to like be very selective with the hashtags. But
Okay. Okay.
there's that. And the next one, vision. You know, growing up, I had a I think an eye for details, but I grew up pretty artistic as well. You know, I love to draw, I love to paint. You know, even when I was a kid, I think my mom got me art tutoring classes. So
Nice.
you know, I've always had that eye, and you know, starting it was again another big challenge. And I think anyone can take a great photo,
Yeah.
but I think it's just like paying attention to the scene, like taking a moment to appreciate what's in front of you, but say for example, you're taking a photo of a landscape,
Right.
someone in your way, instead of just rushing, take it. There's someone in your way. You can wait a minute. They might leave, and then you gotta go.
Yeah.
Or if you
Like,
want there, like this one here with the Ferris wheel, like that's my fiance there. Took a photo of her, and
okay.
she didn't even know that I was doing it.
Oh,
And
really? It's cool though. I always find that you need someone in the frame.
yeah, I mean, you can't, yes and no, like,
Yeah.
but it definitely adds some like humanity to it.
Mm.
And then
Yeah.
the last point is opportunity.
Yeah.
You you can't always like have your camera with you. Obviously, having a phone makes it a lot easier. You just whip it out, take it, and move on. But I think just taking a moment to stop when you see
Mm.
something really pretty, and you go, wow, like I should take a photo of this. Like,
Yeah.
you know, having just that, I wouldn't say discipline, but just having that inkling that, you know what, even though I'm rushing to go somewhere, let me stop for 5 seconds.
Hmm.
You never know what that time might lead you to. And yeah, you're gonna miss some opportunities too. I mean, there's some photos and that I'm kicking myself about that I didn't snag when I had the chance.
Okay.
But as is life,
As
something.
life. You can't be everywhere all the time.
No, no, and there's
Right.
even this one shot in Toronto that I really wanted to get for years, and it
Okay.
was only until my last year there living in Ontario
Yeah.
that I got it. And it's when you're in the financial district and where
Yeah.
the TD towers are, and then you look up and they're just straight the towers themselves,
Yeah.
and
I saw
you look,
that photo on your grid. I also have the same photo on my
yeah,
grid.
that one right there in the top,
Right here, right?
right,
Yeah,
that
yeah, I know. Yeah.
I was chasing that for so long. And I
Yeah.
think this is like one of the last like few days I was in Toronto before I moved back to Vancouver.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? Before I leave, I want to go do this. And when I looked up, I was like, wow. Like I see all my photographer friends taking it, but when you actually do it, you're like, wow,
Yeah.
like this is something. Like
Yeah. Becomes yours.
it does. It becomes yours, and
Yeah.
no one can take that from you, and you put your
Right.
own spin on it.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's
So
the whole point of it. That's the whole point of it. You can get inspired by other people, but
yeah,
at the end of the day, like don't chase trends, like don't try to follow the trend because then eventually it's not going to be you anymore, right? So you're just chasing stuff, but it's not really what you want to do kind of thing,
exactly.
right? Like you need to, yeah.
Yeah, and sorry to interrupt, but yeah, you're not gonna have fun with it. You're not gonna enjoy it. And this is one of the things that I said, because you're gonna feel the pressure. But one of the things that I said to myself was, you know, I want to continue to have fun with this. And the second that I don't, then I think that would be time to call it quits, because you're gonna feel the
Yeah,
pressure to keep up. You're gonna, just be like, oh, like is this gonna be good enough? You're gonna doubt yourself, and it's gonna
yeah,
reflect in your work. Like
of course.
there's some photos that I've put out that I thought, man, this thing it's crap. But all my friends tell me, wow, this is so good. And
Yeah,
the seconds of doubt that you're like, should I still be doing this? Can I still be doing this? Like, and
yeah.
I've been doing, like, officially, I started my first pick, I posted it July 25th, 2019.
That
I've
was
been
the
doing
first, yeah. You know
first
the day
first
on
shot
your grid?
in my grid. Yeah.
Okay.
In my grid. The first one that I posted, I think I probably took like some pics earlier that month, but I really never took this seriously until that date. And when I was posting, I was doing that exact same thing. Like, is someone gonna like
Yeah,
this? Like, am I really gonna take this for, at this point,
right.
almost 7 years now? Like, And
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's like I don't think that ever. I think there's always like a little bit of imposter syndrome.
yeah,
Like I don't think it truly goes away. I think it's always kind of in the back of your head because I've read books about like really really successful people and they like they still have it if they're in like a band or if they're
mm,
like a comedian or
yeah,
whatever the case is, right? Like I don't think it truly goes away. I think it's just part of like the artist's psyche. Just like there's like this gnawing thing in the back of our head. It's like, oh, we're not supposed to be here. We're not good enough.
mhm,
But I think we just find better ways to deal with it.
yeah,
Like we don't really dwell on those kinds of thoughts. And I think that's really where like the act of doing really kind of helps out because we were just chatting offline about like just scrolling social media. Like if you're constantly just like consuming versus like making things, then you kind of just get into the like anxious like
yeah.
mood, and that's not good, right? So
No, no, and like again, whenever and this happens every day. Like even like when I posted a few days ago, like when you post, you think, man, like how's this gonna go? And yeah, it's a
yeah,
scary thing, but
you have no control though. That's the thing.
yeah,
You have zero
exactly
control over it.
control. Like
Literally, how are you gonna know?
no, sure, like sure, I can
Yeah,
engage with other people. I can
yeah,
play the game that way, and you
right.
engage, they engage, whatever. But it's just like someone has to actually like this thing to want to engage with it. And
Yeah.
I was watching one of my favorite series on YouTube, Owning Manhattan, with Ryan
Mhm,
Serhant,
mhm,
a few weeks ago, and one of the quotes that he gave one of the developers or agents he was trying to get on to his team was, "Do it, but do it scared,"
I like that.
or something along those lines.
Sure.
And yeah, you could be
Why?
terrified, and that's what happened 6 years ago. That's what happens today. You're
Yeah.
scared, but you just do it. You
Yeah.
just do it. You say you hit post, hit share,
Yeah.
and every time you face that decision, I think you become more confident. And
Yep.
yeah,
100%, man. hundred
for a
percent.
while there, like I sort of lost the passion to do this. I think it was
Mm.
back, I think at the beginning of 2025 until maybe like spring or
Yep.
so, and that's where
Yep.
I stalled. I wasn't really posting, and to be fair, yeah, I was moving here to Seattle, but you can always find a little bit of time to do it. But I was just like so burnt out from it, and for and my growth and all that stalled, and I had so much content that was ready to go, but I just didn't post it. I lost the drive to do it, and maybe part of it is like I was spending too long editing and creating posts, and then they just
Yeah.
flop. Or it's exhausting, working and then doing this on the side.
Oh
It's
yeah, bro. Oh yeah.
yeah,
That's what I mean. You really gotta like enjoy doing it. And to me, it's like you need to find like ways to like do it like in your daily life. Like for
yeah,
me, like when I first started, like I just like on my lunch break, I just did it for like 30 minutes. I called it
mhm,
like the 30-minute challenge. So
yeah,
I didn't think about anything. I just went out and took photos.
yeah,
Whatever the result was the result, but at least it got me thinking. It
yeah,
got me like just in like the process, right? And
yeah,
then after my brain was working differently because now I'm looking at the photos where if I didn't do the challenge, then I wouldn't have anything to look at. So you might as well
exactly,
have something to look at.
exactly.
You
Yeah,
know?
and I think what was it? September of 2025, I really just said, you know what? I'm gonna get back into it. I'm gonna go shooting, take some new pics here in Seattle, and that's when it took off again. My passion was reinvigorated. I would go on long photo walks, and I think just taking that time to step away really shifted back into perspective that what, I actually enjoy this, and
Mhm.
I can enjoy even like the posting side of things and the social media side of things. Like,
Yeah.
don't overcomplicate your post. Don't spend
Yeah.
hours and hours curating it. Like, in a way, like the phrase "less is more" is
Yeah.
true. You know,
I was just saying that yesterday.
yeah,
I was just saying that yesterday, man. Well,
yeah,
because I think we get caught up in like we need to be we get caught up in like the hustle culture where you have to post like 12 times a day,
yeah,
which I mean you could. I mean if it makes sense.
yeah, and
As
you're
long as it makes
going
sense.
out, yeah,
But don't post it just because you feel like you need to do something. Because otherwise, like if it's not really what you want to do, then it doesn't make any sense. Like it's just something else for people to like scroll through.
exactly. Or put
Yeah.
yourself on such a rigid schedule, like, oh, I have to post it 5 o'clock on the dot. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, to me, like I just do whatever I want to do. Like whatever the case is, the case is.
yeah, exactly. Like
But
an extra hours.
I've had people on like I've had people on, well, not I've had a couple people on that have said like their first place, like they don't actually post first. They actually want to like show their work in like a gallery because they don't want the
Mm,
first place to for people to see their work is on social media. They want people to see it in real life for like the first time,
yeah,
which I kind of understand
yeah,
because it's a little bit more intentional. People are more present
yeah,
because you're there, right?
yeah. You
So
got them there with you. You know, and
yeah,
social media, it's fantastic, but it's also a curse in a way because the slightest thing like can, I guess, like if we're talking about Instagram algorithm, it can set off your metrics. You start tanking, or just it's so public. So
yeah, that's very public.
it's so public, and you
I
could,
know.
yeah, I could go on forever to say what could go wrong, but we'd be here till tomorrow. So
Yeah, yeah. Well, we should get Zuck on. Maybe have like a three-way
absolutely.
streamer. Let me just call Zuck. We'll figure out. I just saw yesterday there was like a data breach yesterday on off Instagram.
It's
It's like 17 million accounts are hacked or something
it's
crazy.
crazy. It's
So I mean, I don't know. To me, it's like you have to really like ask yourself like, why are you actually doing this? Like,
yeah,
what is like what like why?
yeah,
Like what why?
and the rules change. Yeah, all these algorithm changes. Or for
Mhm.
example, like hashtags, you can only do 5 in the post. Like
Yeah.
that really forced me to be intentional with what I was doing. And yeah, it's
Mm,
a pain in the ass, but
yeah.
it forces you to grow as a creator. And
Right.
like before I was doing like 30 hashtags and it would take
Mm,
me so much longer to post. Now I'm only doing 5. It
yeah.
takes half the time and my reach has become bigger. So I think
Yeah.
dealing with social media, you do have to pivot a lot. Obviously, like what you were saying about the other person when they were showing in the gallery, or other people who've done it. Like, yeah, you
Yeah.
just people are there, people are people, and they like it, they don't, and you don't have to really play by any specific rules. But when it's social media, it's a whole different game, and it's exciting, but it's daunting at the same time.
Right. So
And
do you like post on any other platforms or just Instagram?
no, no, just on Instagram. I mean, I would do sometimes the option where you can link your Instagram post to your Facebook, and
Yeah.
family members would see it and stuff like
Sure.
that.
Sure.
But not any other platforms. But this year, I'm hoping to launch into the TikTok space.
Okay.
Because I know I've seen some photographers who are actually posting on TikTok. Like photos are becoming a big
Yeah.
thing there, and
Sure.
I definitely want to start that. It's going to be very different because unlike Instagram, you can spend time on looking at a post, but TikTok's like you need someone's attention for like 5 seconds.
It's difficult, man. Yeah. So
Difficult,
what's
but
the plan? Are you gonna get like you gonna talk about the picture? Like you can explain the process or like how you like
maybe I'm thinking, yeah, maybe some behind the scenes. I don't really know if I can
mm,
do any edit with me. I mean, maybe I could if I do a screen capture of like my phone, but
yeah.
I think just doing almost like reels and styles like that, like
Okay.
really like not one showing my face, but also just not just the photo and done, or the carousel and done. I think doing
Yeah. Yeah.
TikTok
I would
more
I
intentional.
mean, even just like break down how to use an iPhone for
Yeah,
photography because I don't think a lot of people know that there's like manual settings within iPhone,
there are many settings. There's tons of
right?
manual settings, and
So you could break that stuff down, man.
yeah, that's a great idea. I think
Well,
I'll
that's what I mean. You can become very niche with it, right?
definitely, and I think that's the thing where it's like a lot of photographers do niche, and a lot of people just do portraits, or they do street captures, or they do a whole, like they do black and white only. And I think for me, I never really stuck into a specific niche. Yes, you could say iPhone photography is a subset,
It's like the
but
umbrella. It's like the
the
umbrella.
umbrella,
Yeah.
yeah. But
Yeah.
for me, it was like whatever looks good, I will take it. Whether it's a portrait of something, whether it's, I love taking pics of flowers and leaves, during the respective seasons, and I'll use portrait mode on the iPhone for that.
Right.
Or I'll take a landscape, or I'll do a whole variety of things. If something looks good to me, I'm gonna take it.
Yeah.
So I had this thought about, oh, what if I do specifically like flowers and that? But it's just like that's just not me. I'd rather do everything. a little bit of
Yeah, why like why wouldn't you
without
want to
burning
do
myself
anything?
out
Like
again.
why
I'd rather do
like why
yeah,
yeah, but like why wouldn't you want to do that? Like what
exactly,
you know
like
what I mean?
and yeah, even just speaking to the iPhone itself, like, I had before considered like what if I go buy an actual camera or something, like start off.
Right.
And
Sure.
you know, a lot of people like buy the cameras, they do that investment, it's a lot of money, and just like an iPhone it's a lot of money, but some of these cameras are like a couple $1,000s, and
Yeah.
they do the investment, it works for them, and I tip my hat off to them because it's a bigger thing. Like I don't want to drop so much money, and it's like, oh, is this going to be successful? And that also plays into the risk of, is someone going to like this?
Mm.
And those who made that investment, and some of my friends, photographer friends and creators that have done that, I love their work. It's fantastic, and I know there's limitations to the iPhone that I will never be able to do the same type of stuff. Not that I would
Mm.
want to copy or be like, oh, I want to be like John, for example. No, I'd rather
Right.
be me.
Of
But
course.
um but I just cannot bring myself to justify the cost.
Yeah.
And you know what? You have your phone with you at all times. You've got what you
Nothing
need.
wrong with it, man.
I
Nothing
mean,
wrong with
we
it.
charge out the butt for the phones because of the camera. Like
Well, it's exactly. Exactly. Like I mean, to
it's
me, it's more about like if someone sees a cool photo, like no one's gonna ask, did you shoot that on a Canon or a
no,
Sony? But no, no
exactly.
one
No,
asks that. Like nobody asks that, right?
no,
So
no, and that's the thing. Like, yeah, in my page, I write my name and I write iPhone photographer. That's
yeah,
just
so
I want that
full
recognition.
disclosure, guys. Full disclosure, so you know.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm
Yeah,
not gonna like lie and say, oh no, like I took this with a DSLR, but it's
right.
just an iPhone. Like,
Yeah, yeah. Interesting. Interesting.
yeah. So, you
Yeah,
know,
do you, man? That's all I can say. Do you and just keep going, man.
it is, yeah. And I started with an iPhone XS Max when I started this thing. And then a few years
Yeah.
later, I got the 14 Pro Max. And I had
Okay.
that for so many years until just this past, fall where I got the
Mm.
17 Pro. And, with and that one was the biggest expansion of what I could do with the phone, being
Yeah.
the
But it is a nice phone though.
oh, it's a great phone. Yeah,
Camera's
it's
pretty
a great
good,
phone.
no?
Yeah. The 8 times zoom is a lifesaver in so many
Yeah.
ways. Like it's really opened up what I'm able to do with
Yeah.
taking my shots. Like, before I have to settle for 3 times zoom and be like, oh, there's stuff in the background. I can use the 8 times zoom, have nothing that I don't want in there,
Mm.
and you get so much detail,
It's
and
wild, eh?
as well. I'm curious what's gonna happen in the future. Like, is it gonna be like 1,000 times zoom or something? Like,
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Well, I
it,
mean, especially these days with like AI, right? With the
yeah,
AI, like just saying yesterday, like
yeah,
with AI, like how do you really know if something's real or not? Like we don't,
exactly,
it like things are so good. Like things are so
exactly.
good right now. So
It is, and I
and
think AI is gonna push, or even like another feature in the phone, like where you can use AI to remove things from the photo, like that.
yeah, yeah,
That
which
that's
is
a
beautiful. I love
game
that stuff.
changer. It really is.
Yeah, I know, right? So I think there's gonna be a lot of demand for like
Yeah,
real life
yeah,
stuff in
yeah,
the future, I find, because I think people want to relate to people.
yeah,
People want to relate to everyday life and
yeah.
whatever it is, right? Like whatever you want to capture, but people want to just know that it's real and not just made up by a computer. So
No, absolutely, absolutely, and I think that's some creators do solely AI generated stuff, and it's like,
yeah.
yeah, great, like it's beautiful, it's great art, but
Mm.
it doesn't feel real.
Yeah, I mean that's not really art though.
No,
To me, like
no,
not
I mean,
really.
prompting
Art's
ChatGPT, that's a certain art. You gotta really know how to
yeah,
prompt that thing.
yeah, I suppose. I suppose. Well, so is coding, I guess. I mean, you can
Yeah,
say coding's an art,
yeah,
but I mean, art to me is like it's actually made by like a human being with like
yeah,
emotions and feelings, right? Because at the end of the day, like whatever the work is, the painting, the photo, the video, like whatever the outlet
yeah,
is, like there's like emotion behind that somewhere,
yeah, exactly.
right? Like it's not made without any kind of emotion,
No,
regardless if it's a sunrise or like a duck pic
no,
or like whatever. But there is some sort of like emotion
yeah,
attached to it, right?
yeah,
So,
no, there has to be. Otherwise, what's the point of doing it?
well, exactly,
Yeah, yeah,
exactly. Like yesterday, I was at a meetup, and my buddy, I think Zaid's on here too. He was at the meetup, and I was just saying yesterday, like it's good to meet people in person, right? Just chatting offline about the girl that was telling me how she kind of forgot how to talk to people in real life. So like how's like the scene in like Seattle? Is there like a big like meetup scene over
Oh, there is. There really
Yeah,
is. And that's,
that's interesting.
there's tons of creators here. There's tons of,
Cool.
I mean, there's
Really
a group that's
interesting.
based out of Tacoma, and yesterday they had
Yeah.
a bowling event, and we would have gone to it, but then we had other plans. However,
Yeah.
I'm hoping next month when they do another meetup, I'm gonna meet up with
That's
those.
good, man.
But there's other creators that like have reached out to me individually to go shooting together, and
Yeah.
I that's one of my goals for this new year is to not
Right.
only engage more in the digital realm, but also go to these meetups.
Yeah, you
Like,
should, man.
hey,
You need you
let's
never
go
know.
shooting, let's do this. Because like again, like you were saying, it's like about that human connection, that human touch, and
Yeah.
seeing this is the person behind the camera, this is who they are, and now I have a greater appreciation for their work, but also a
Yeah.
greater appreciation for my work because
Yeah, of course.
for example, like, like I take, Ben, for example, if he sees my stuff, I just see his name on Instagram, but it's like now I
You actually know him.
know this guy,
You met him in real life.
Yeah, exactly.
3D.
That's
3D.
right.
It's
That's
wild.
right. So that's one thing I really want to do, and go to these meetups, and when you're there, you can learn so many new skills. Like, sure, I don't know who else shoots an iPhone there, but you can learn more about composition, about lighting,
Oh
and
yeah.
or you
Totally.
just go on a good walk. It's
Yeah.
get those steps in.
Yeah, no, I mean to me it's like yeah, to me it's not even about like like the medium, it's more just about meeting people.
Exactly, and
Because
that's
then you at least you gotta just I don't know, you just it's a different dynamic. You gotta like talk to people and have like an actual conversation, and you never know where it's gonna lead, right? Because
exactly.
the more meetups you go to, like
Yeah.
you just never know who's gonna be there, man. You just
No,
never
exactly.
know.
And when I
Yeah.
moved to Seattle, there was, people say there's a Seattle freeze, where
Yeah.
it's hard to meet people. That's complete BS.
Yeah.
It's so easy, and when I would see photographers and even just people in general taking photos or out and about, and they give me compliments for what they see me shooting, and where, for example, a few weeks ago, I was walking along the waterfront, and it was a nice sunny day, but there's also a bit of gloom, so it was create a really cool vibe outside. And
Nice.
this parking guy, like those bylaw guys, he saw me taking a photo. He's like, "Oh, do you want me to move?" I'm actually, "No, no, you're perfect. You're exactly. I hope you don't mind if I'm taking a photo of you, but like, where like it's great, like where you're sitting right there." And so I had a 30
Nice.
second quick combo with this guy, but it like just made my day.
Yeah. Because
And
then you have an actual memory of that photo. Like you know what happened during that time. Because now
exactly.
there's an actual memory that triggers it, right?
No, for
The
sure.
parking, like the parking dude.
And then I even asked him, "Hey, like, would you like more photos?" Like he declined because he had to go on his job. But
Yeah,
just even like I would normally never ask someone, "Hey, do you want me to take your photo?"
yeah.
But yeah, you meet so many cool people doing this, and I'm excited to like to continue that. And
Yeah.
that's one of the things that does keep me going is like, oh, like I can meet someone really cool, really new, and go from there. Like whether like I see this person again or not, like
Yeah.
there's that connection.
Yeah. Well, again, like
Mhm.
yeah, like the more things you go to, you just never know
Yeah.
like what's going to transpire because that may lead to like other things, right? It may not happen right away, but
No.
3 months or 6 months down the road, you just never know. There could be an opportunity, whatever
Exactly.
the case
Yeah.
is, right? Someone may need some like paid work and they want to have an iPhone. It's like, oh, I know Tariq. Boom, there you go.
Yeah.
Right?
For
So
sure.
it's like,
Yeah.
done. But you gotta be there like in real
Yeah.
life. Like you
You
gotta be there.
do.
You just can't like wait back at home and just like wait for like the phone to ring. Like
You
it's
you
just not
can't
happening.
just you can't just wish, and you can't keep wishing. For example, a beggar can't be a chooser.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean, right?
That
Yeah,
was one of the things when I first started, and I started right before COVID,
yeah,
back 2019, and yeah, I had some success early on, and I probably could have met up with like other creators that I didn't, and I'll always regret that. Now I don't want to miss that opportunity, but I would always see these other people that I admired, and that I'm like, wow, this person has so many followers. I want to be like him.
yeah,
Or like, this person takes really cool shots. I want to go to those same spots, take those same shots. And you know, I was very much in a rush to do it, and I think for the first few years, I really focused on, like, growth and stuff like that, versus like, you know what, like continue doing what I'm doing and it will happen eventually.
Yeah.
You know, that's obviously what led to my burnout early last year. But,
Mm.
you know, now after going through that, I'm starting to take my time. I'm starting to appreciate what I'm doing. And it's a different way of doing it for sure. Like it's,
Yeah.
but I'm loving it. And
Yeah.
my time has come. For example, like when I went to that burnout phase, my growth stalled. I was at 1,400 followers, I think. And then from
Mhm.
September, when I got back into it, just speaking numbers here, from 1,400 to now 1,800, like
Yeah.
in a few months, they just skyrocketed,
Yeah.
and
Exactly.
I didn't do anything different. I
No.
just slowed down.
Which is good, right? Because you didn't
Yeah,
have to be someone that you weren't.
exactly. No,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
And
Which is good. I think there's a good message there saying
there is.
don't try to change who you are. But I
No,
think really kind of like appreciate like how far you've come because typically people aren't going to voice that to you. Usually. Like no one's gonna say, hey Trig, I'm it's really inspiring how far you've come. Like no one really
no,
says that. But
no.
we all hear it, right? So sometimes we need to kind of tell that to ourselves.
Exactly.
Say,
And
you know what, like I'm really happy with how far I've come.
yeah, and more than just like having other creators and people in this space like commenting, giving encouragement, it's really your friends, your family. And like, I'm really lucky with my fiance. Like she's my muse. Like she really pushes me to go
That's
beyond,
awesome.
what I thought I could do. She the first one to like and comment on every single post, and
Shout out to your fiance, man.
it's great. Yeah. And then I got my parents and my family, like, I always have that support. And even just my buddies back home, like having that net, knowing that, like, you know what, like you fail, people are still
Yeah.
gonna like what you do. And you know in my roughest of times, like I really leaned on them in rough times in terms of creative
Yeah.
stuff. I really leaned on these people to be like, like, should I keep doing this? And
Yeah.
I'm glad I continued to do it.
Yeah. It's part of the artist struggle. I think every single artist goes through that.
Yeah. And I
Like
think,
it's just the artist, it's just the
yeah,
artist way, man.
and
It's the price we pay. It's the
I
price we
think
pay.
that discourages a lot of people from even starting.
Well, yeah, there's that too, right? I mean, a lot of people don't start. So I
No,
mean,
and it's a shame. Like,
yeah,
one of my buddies, he's also a good photographer on the iPhone, and
yeah,
he just never jumped into it. And
yeah.
I feel sorry for him. I feel sad.
Mm.
It's just like, damn, dude, I wish you could do it.
Yeah, again, it kind of goes back to like the internal motivation of just doing it for you and just doing it, and also just doing it for like just therapy for yourself too,
It
because you
really,
just you
really,
just feel better after. You
it
kind of get
does.
into like a meditative state almost a little bit, right?
Exactly. Yeah. When you're on your photo walk and you're
Yeah,
taking your shots, like it's so alleviating for your mental.
yeah. Well, that makes you present though.
It does, and
It makes
especially
you present.
during COVID, we all
Yeah,
we were all in pretty dark times back then. And
yeah,
being like, obviously going out, being safe, that's the number one. But like just getting out and like being able to do something creative during COVID was a
yeah.
lifesaver, obviously.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's
Yeah.
crazy. I know. I know. Yeah, here too. It was a pretty serious lockdown. So
Yeah.
whenever we could get out, it's like, oh, I can actually meet people in real life, right? So
Yeah. No,
just
for sure.
like that kind of stuff that we take for granted, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, it's interesting. It's
No,
interesting how like life can change so quickly.
it does. And I mean, like I was living in Peterborough during
Yeah.
COVID, like, during peak COVID. Like I was
Yeah.
in Vancouver for a bit, then I got to do this internship with a firm out in Peterborough, and
Yeah.
I didn't know anybody in Peterborough. Moved right out there in the middle of winter.
Nice. Good times. Best part
Peterborough's
of
nice.
you.
I will say it's nice. Would I
Yeah.
want to live there forever? No. But it was a beautiful spot. And definitely, the Kawarthas, and going up to Muskoka and to Huntsville, like,
Mm.
and like up to Kingston, like, and Algonquin. Those are great places to see. And
Yeah, man.
I'm grateful for the times I had up there. But being up there, there's really not much to do. So going shooting was a really great, way to pass the time. That and going to a movie 3 times a week. But
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
um,
Yeah. Yeah.
but yeah, it's just getting out was so good. And even being in London, like, I for school, like I was also focused on my studies, but the campus was beautiful. That gave some great opportunity, and that's where actually I started. This was when I was at school.
Nice.
And when
Beautiful.
you're your early 20s, you just do things. You're like, I'm young enough, I can do it.
Yeah.
If it fails, it fails. But at that point, like I didn't have as many friends in university. In first year, you do because you have to meet everybody living in the dorms.
Right, right, yeah.
Then you move out of the dorms, you kind of drop off on that, and sure, it can get lonely, but I found photography was a great way to sort of step into my own, and like obviously I made more friends eventually.
Yeah.
It's like you said, it provides that therapy going
It
from
does. It
having so many
does.
friends to like nothing. It's like, okay, like what am I
Yeah.
going to do with myself?
Yeah, exactly, right. No, it's cool, man. I mean, I didn't start until after school, until after university, right? So, I always find it interesting when when people pick things up, and usually it's like later on in life.
Mhm.
It's not like high school, college, university. It's usually like later on, which I find really, really interesting.
It is. It is interesting.
So, I mean, maybe that's just because we have so much more access to like the tools now, or whatever the case is. But
Yeah.
yeah, because sometimes I wonder, it's like, man, if I started in high school, ooh, but it is what it is, right? So
Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah. I guess. Yeah. I can't really attest to that. I think,
yeah,
but yeah, no, it's been an incredible journey thus far, and you know, it's been almost 7 years, and I'm excited to see what the next 7 years
yeah,
have for me. But
yeah,
it's yeah, it's been unbelievable, and the amount of support that you get, like once you start going into it, and that, and even just learning a craft, because again, like we said, doing the iPhone, like it's different. Even like if I tried to pick up a normal camera now, I wouldn't know how to
yeah.
use it.
No,
I'd be struggling. But
yeah,
being able to do these courses, like for example, there's like a branded iPhone photography school
yeah,
run by this guy named Emil, and
yeah.
it's
Online?
online, yeah, online, and the modules are online.
Did you take it, or are you gonna take it?
I took it, and I haven't completed it yet. I procrastinated and I forgot to finish it, so I'll probably
Yeah.
come back and do it again. But
Oh, interesting.
there's so many courses, and even just like you see people on YouTube doing that. So I think a point that I guess is some advice for others, like keep learning.
Hmm.
If you think you can't do it, that's BS. You can do it. Just go.
Yeah, you got to take the initiative, though. You
Exactly.
gotta, you gotta seek out the knowledge.
Exactly, and you
Yes.
can take these courses. You can learn
Yeah,
like how to do a composition. But if you don't go practice that, go
yeah.
do that. Like, what do you like?
Well, maybe you don't really want to do it in the first place.
Exactly. Yeah. So
Maybe you're not actually interested in it.
exactly. And
Just yeah.
I learned like from scratch how to hold the phone properly. How to
Mm.
make sure I don't drop it off a high point when I'm holding over a high point. I'm taking a photo.
Mm.
Sure, equipment helps, like having a pop socket or using a snap grip. So, and you having, those types of accessories that you can put on the back of your phone. Like those are great tools to use, and especially the snap grip, like because you can hold it like an actual like the camera, and you
Yeah,
use
yeah.
your MagSafe on the back of your phone, and it's super strong, and it's great. Or the pop socket, like I got my phone
Awesome.
right here, and I can just pop it open
Dope.
and
Dope. That's cool, man.
hold like this, and
Dope.
such like you're
Yeah.
not gonna drop this thing. Like it's great.
Zayd's asking, do you use any third-party photo apps on your phone?
No, and this is one of the things I love about the photography that I do. I take everything on the camera app on the phone, then I go to the
Yeah.
Photos app,
Yeah.
the native Photos app in your iPhone. It has everything you need, your filters, your different settings, and when I edit, I try and keep stuff as close to as natural as I
Interesting.
saw it. I might
Okay.
enhance a little bit because that's just the artistry right there.
Yeah.
And then I do the edit on the Photos app in the phone, and then I do a second edit in Instagram right before I post it.
Mm. What's the second edit about?
So I mean, for me, so Instagram has different filters, but it also has
Yeah.
different like things you can do. I sometimes like
Yeah.
want to highlight a certain thing. I'll blur some stuff on the outside, so that when you see some of my photos, some edges look blurred or some things look really in focus, some things don't.
Yeah.
And you can also do a whole different set of filters, more than you could do on the iPhone. I just find, it's there. Instagram gives you that opportunity to do the edit, so why not? And it honestly, it's produced some really good photos that, I look at the original, I look at the edit, and I look at the Instagram, and it's just another layer of beauty, I guess,
Ah,
beauty
cool.
to it. And yeah, like, it can be excessive at times, and I think that's one of the areas where I've sort of had to pull back. I'm like, I want to edit the heck out of this sky, make it so blue, but then it's like when I took it, it was only lightly blue. You know,
Mhm.
that's not what I took.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Interesting.
having these tools, you can go above and beyond, and it works out sometimes, but sometimes it's just letting the photo be as it is. So
Yeah.
I know people use Lightroom, and I experimented it with one time, like Lightroom on the phone, and I just couldn't get the hang of it, and honestly, it was taking way too long to edit stuff, and
Mhm.
all the time the photo would just come out to be not what I intended it to be.
Mm.
Sure, I could, like I said, go learn about Lightroom and all that stuff, and maybe one day I will, but right now I'm doing something that's working for me,
Yeah.
and I'm happy with it.
That's all
But
that really matters.
you wouldn't, and I wouldn't discourage people from using a third party app. They're there for a reason. They're great. There's so many great possibilities that you can do on the iPhone, but there's some things that it can't do. And whatever works for you, man, I would say just go do it. And you have to
Yeah.
experience, and you have to, or if it doesn't work, okay, who cares? It doesn't
Yeah.
work.
Well, yeah, exactly. Plus, I mean, if you want the photo
Yeah,
to be like as natural as possible, then
yeah,
I mean, the less editing, the better, right? So
exactly.
there's really no need for like, right?
No, no, there
So
really isn't.
yeah,
But then, like, yeah, again, if you want to do it, go ahead.
yeah.
You'll produce a beautiful photo. I'll like it. I'll comment.
What a legend. So
Yeah,
what's like a hack or something within the iPhone that people don't really know about? Like, do you have any like hacks within the iPhone?
man.
Like anything that you've done that some people may not know? I don't know.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously the iPhone autofocuses for you, but I feel like a
Yeah,
lot of people rely on that too much.
yeah.
When you do your zooming, take the extra second to just tap, and it'll focus. Or it sounds so simple, and I wish I had something
No,
really
it's good. I like it.
that, like, no one's ever seen on the
Yeah,
iPhone. It's just like, just the thing about the phone, you can take it out, take your pick, move on, but it's like, no, stop for a second,
yeah,
focus. And with the new phone, like, your 8 times zoom, it works really well in
yeah.
bright lighting.
Mm.
When it's nighttime, you can end up with something grainy. So I think, like, you really just hold your phone steady, you know as much as you can, especially with the 8 times zoom. If you move just a little bit, it's gonna
Yeah,
go haywire.
yeah.
But I think it's mostly just having discipline with it, and
Mm.
and not to say, hey, do something crazy, do something blurred, like, because that's art as well. But it's a
True. Yeah.
answer, but it's mostly just, you know set your shot up the way you would want to.
Mm.
Not just, oh, stop, pick, move on, but no, like,
Yeah.
and there's also some settings in the iPhone that you can do. You can shoot on the highest, MPS or MBS, or you could shoot on, like, do so many different settings. And honestly, I just left it what it was, default.
Nice.
No need
Cool.
to change it. I mean,
Yeah, that's
hopefully
cool.
Apple knows what they're doing when they give it to you.
Yeah.
Um, but I definitely would say, save your images in the high efficiency.
Right. Okay.
You could do the most compatible. It's going to kill your storage
Storage.
very quickly. And I ran into that a lot before I upgraded the phone. That's why I had a 256 14 Pro Max, and I'm like,
You maxed it out. You maxed it.
yeah, I maxed it out completely, and I'm like, I have to delete things now.
You don't keep them in like a
No,
like a hard drive. You don't back
no,
them up.
no. So when I go shooting, I take a few pics of whatever I'm shooting of. So, for example, if I see, if I'm on the waterfront Seattle, I see the Great Wheel, I'll take the 3 or 4 of it.
Yeah.
When I go home, I'll edit, and then I'll delete 3 that I don't need.
Okay.
It's, yes, it's excessive, but it does work for me.
Mm.
But Yeah, I certainly could use a hard drive I have a drone. So whenever I have my drone, I have the SD card. I put that into a
Yeah,
hard drive.
yeah.
But that's also something that I want to do more is to use the drone. And people have said, "Hey, like, isn't that not like up your alley?" Well, I'm still open to trying it. I'm not gonna not do it. And I'm controlling the thing from my phone. It's still my phone, you know?
Right, I can understand. So it's like an extension of it. Yeah, I
Exactly.
get
But
it. I get it. I get
I've
it. I get it.
rarely done on the drone, and hope
Yeah.
my mom's not listening to it because she bought me that for a birthday gift, and I've only used it
Oh,
like a few times.
oh, what? And what kind of drone is it? What kind of
It's
drone?
a DJI Mavic Mini,
Oh,
the
okay,
first
okay.
generation Mavic
Oh,
Mini.
I saw it on your profile. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't upgraded it because I haven't used it enough to say,
Ah.
"Hey, I deserve a better drone." But that's something that I wanna use in this New Year, so,
Yeah.
stay tuned
Like
for that.
you,
So
you got a totally different perspective on things
yeah, you
with
do.
like an aerial shot versus like a,
Oh, it's fantastic.
you know what I mean? So
It's fantastic, and it provides really great visuals, like, and,
yeah,
places
yeah,
like,
yeah.
for example, I'm not 50 feet tall. I can't
Right.
get these, like, great, like, sweeping views, and, when, my fiancé and I went to New York during American Thanksgiving, I wish I brought the drone with me, and I wish I
Right.
was able to use it properly there.
Yeah. Well,
Next time I go back, I'll probably bring it, but,
and learn it this year, bro.
yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
yeah, it's every
Just start flying it. Just start flying with no trees around, you'll be
yeah,
fine.
exactly.
That's how I learned.
Don't let it go too high, otherwise
Yeah, exactly. And don't fly when it's really windy outside. That's just my only
exactly.
tip for you.
Yeah, don't fly in the rain too.
Don't fly in a hurricane or something. But yeah, man, it's just different perspective, different
It
toys. Like, kind of gets you thinking a little bit differently, and kind of
does.
kind of keep things fresh, right? Because like here, so like similar to Seattle, like I live in Toronto. Like I see the CN Tower all the time, so
Mhm.
you kind of get passive about shooting stuff when you live somewhere. Like I don't know if you find that if living
Oh,
in
for sure.
Seattle,
I mean,
you see like what's it called, like the Space Needle?
basically, there's so
You see
many
it
times
all the time. So like, how do you like? Do
you see
you just get bored and just passive? It's like, don't care, don't
yeah,
care.
even
You know
though
what I'm
every time I
saying?
see it, I still take the Space Needle photo
Right.
because, why not?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
Seattle. But no, there's for sure places that I go a lot to that I think to myself, like, man, like I need to get out to see more of Seattle. And even just when I'm in Vancouver, like the classics are a classic for a reason. And again,
Yeah.
I would not discourage anyone from going to keep taking of the Lionsgate Bridge or the Space Needle,
Yeah.
or going to Cole Harbor in Vancouver, or going to the CN
Right.
Tower, like,
Right.
you know, or do whatever. Like there's still beautiful photos and they're landmarks for a reason. But
Mhm.
I think taking the time to explore new areas. For example, I was in Capitol Hill here in Seattle, and
Yeah.
that's where all the nightlife is, and there's great bars there. But then there's like really cool like signs and restaurants and just
Cool.
street scenes that are great. Or even in Pioneer Square, like that's where like it's the older part of town. Like it's
Okay.
there's really cool cobblestone streets everywhere. There's old buildings, but then
Yeah.
you get some of the new buildings. So like there's areas that I haven't seen in Seattle. There's apparently like 178 distinct like neighborhoods in the city.
Really?
Apparently, I don't know.
Really?
I don't know how you count all those, but yeah,
Wow.
there's so many, and the area where I am is close to the University of Washington, and it's stunning.
Wow.
There's great street scenes. There's great nature. So I haven't even explored my own neighborhood that much. So that's something that I'm looking to get into doing, and even traveling much. Like I said, we went to New York just a few weeks ago, or even a few months ago. But I'm looking to get down more to Oregon. We went to the beach to celebrate her birthday, and it was great. It was miserable and rainy, but it was still fun.
As long as you still have fun, that's all that matters.
Exactly. I mean, yeah, the drive down wasn't fun. It was pissing rain the whole time,
Oh
but
man.
you know, uh, it's just having those opportunities to go to places, and that's the one thing about photography. Like, I don't purposely go somewhere to take photos, like, but when I'm there, it's fantastic. You see
Yeah.
really cool, and you talk to locals, and even like local creators. Before we went to New York, I looked up New York creators. I saw what they were shooting, so I had an idea of what I wanted to go capture, but also how they saw the city.
It's perfect, isn't it? That's the way to do it. No.
Great, and like
Good
taking
friend.
inspiration from others is really great. And you know, we're all in this together, so to speak. And, you know,
Yeah, we're all people at the end of the day, right? It's like and to me it's like whenever you talk to locals, you get kind of like a truer sense of like where you are.
you
'Cause
do,
it's easy to get kind of stuck on that tourist trail, but once you kind of branch out and talk to the locals, then
yeah, for
kind of get
sure.
a more real sense of like the place,
No, absolutely,
you
absolutely.
know? So,
And yeah, so yeah, it's like I said, it's been a journey, and you know, it's exciting. It's sometimes frustrating
yeah.
because, you know, you're tired, you don't want to really do it, but it's like a roller coaster, ups and downs, you
So what
know.
do? You just kind of like force yourself or you just take the day off?
I usually take the day off
Yeah.
if say for example, like I usually post once every 2 days. That's just what works for me, and
It's
you
kind of
know,
like that's kind of like your goal
my goal, and
internally.
that's what's sustainable for me as well. But
Yeah.
there's some days that, like, you know, you come home from work, you just don't want to do it. It's like, okay, fine, let me just do a story. You know, I've at
Right,
least
right, right.
done something
Yeah,
to
exactly.
post, or
Exactly.
and yeah, it's again, you just do it. It's
It
really
sounds very simple, but yeah,
very
it's also very hard.
simple, and it, 99% of the time it is simple. It's just that 1% where you're like, man, like, what am I doing?
What am I doing? What am I doing with my life? Oh my god.
I haven't reached that stage yet. Don't scare me.
It gets better, I swear.
Yeah, hopefully.
It gets better, I swear. It's okay.
Yeah,
We're just in the January blahs right now, you know?
exactly. No, God, I can't believe it's already January. Can't believe it's already 2026.
Yeah, yeah. How is like the weather over there in January in Seattle though?
Gloomy and
Gloomy?
rainy.
Yeah.
Yeah, gloomy and
Does it
rainy.
rain but it rains a lot like over the year, it just rains a lot?
Yeah, I mean summers are great, and that's like it's beautiful in the summer. It's beautiful year round, but
Yeah.
you know, right now it's January showers, you know,
Yeah,
and
you don't get that sun, you know, you don't get that
no,
sunshine.
and that's
Right.
one of the things I loved about living in Ontario. Yeah, it's cold as hell. It's minus
Yeah,
30 Celsius, but
yeah, but at least you get some
you
sun.
still get the sun. And
Yeah,
you
exactly.
know, it's yeah, it's cold. It gets dark at 3:30, 4 o'clock. Like it's not fun.
Right. No, it's
And
not.
same thing here. It gets dark at like 3:30, and it's just like, oh,
Yeah,
I don't do anything. But
yeah,
those gloomy, moody shots, like they're there for a reason, you know, and that's one of the things that like I like most photographers will shoot the season in the season, like, and I'll release the photos in the season. So, for example, this
right.
week I'll be taking a lot of more winter shots, gloomy shots, and they're gonna be
Cool.
there. And then spring will happen. I'll take all my, you know, all my cherry blossoms, and I'll go crazy over them.
Nice.
Now, a lot of people just don't want to go out during the winter, and fair enough. It sucks. It's cold. You know, it's moody,
Yeah.
gloomy, but it's really cool once you get out there and you see it. You know.
Yeah, and you just feel better once you do it, because then
Yeah,
you feel like you've like actually done something,
yeah, and it's an excuse
accomplished
to
something.
splurge on like a coffee that costs you like $8 or something. And
Man, is that how much coffee costs over there?
not really. I'm just over exaggerating. I mean, some things do. There's a place that opened up near my office and you get like proper
Yeah,
Indian chai. This little
yeah,
thing, like yay tall,
yeah.
$8. I'm like, ugh.
Oh, wow.
And
It's more
yeah,
expensive than Starbucks, man.
yeah, I'd rather go to Starbucks. It's not a
Jeez.
yeah, but no, again, Seattle's a great place to.
I've never been. I gotta get out there.
You gotta come out.
I've never been to Seattle. I've never been to the Pacific Northwest.
You definitely gotta
The
come.
more the most west I've done is San Diego.
Oh, my aunt lives in San Diego.
Yeah, I really I would live there if it wasn't so expensive. But
Yeah, it's
it's
very
a
expensive, but
beautiful
it's
place, man.
beautiful. It's beautiful in San Diego. I love
It's my kind of town.
yeah. No
The beach
snow.
vibes. Oh my
Yeah,
god,
beach vibes. Yeah.
Jesus! And
Yeah,
I
you know,
went there in like December, so I went there in December and sunshine the entire time, man. Like this is glorious.
you're all bundled up in your Canada Goose jacket.
Yeah, it's basically right. So, but yeah, I gotta get out there one of these times, man.
No, you do definitely. And hey, you know someone out in Seattle now, so you
This is
know.
exactly why I do this podcast. I just try to make friends around the world. So
Exactly.
I just send out to that DM. So I'll be there next Monday. It's like okay.
Yeah.
You never know, man.
You
Hey,
never know.
it pays to know people in different places because at least they can show you things that you would
Exactly.
never see because you don't know where things are.
Exactly. No. And yeah, so it's definitely great meeting new people, and you know, even doing this podcast, like
Yeah,
you know, again, my first podcast ever, and I was telling my
yeah.
fiance, I'm like, shit, what am I gonna talk about?
Yeah, that's what everyone
Like,
says. That's what everybody says. What am I going to talk about? It's like, you got lots to talk about. You just
Yeah.
gotta, it's kind of like driving the car. Like, explain to me how to drive a car. You don't really think about it. You just do it.
Just
But
do it.
you
It's
know,
all muscle memory.
once you explain it, oh yeah, I know quite a bit. So
Exactly,
yeah.
but it's always fun, and like honestly, I would never have told my story if it wasn't for this, and
Wild, eh?
yeah, it's so wild.
So what's like the plan this year? Like, you have any like goals that you want to hit like by the end of the year, or?
I mean, obviously, I want to grow as a creator, both my techniques, my styles. If and anyone who's watching this, if they go see my page, they'll see from the beginning I had really bold colors and that, but now it's more of just like not necessarily muted, but as my experience has changed over the years, the way that I shoot, the way that I edit has changed over the years. Has the passion changed? No, but it's just you evolve as a creator. So I really want to evolve as a creator continuously, and that's one of the goals this year. And I want to get into new styles of photography, such as portraits.
Nice. So
And
like going to like meetups with models and things, or
yeah, or even just like using
friends or
your
something.
fiance as a guinea
Using
pig.
fiance, there you go.
Great, but I think doing that, and obviously I talked about the drone. I want to get into using the drone a lot more, and
Okay.
so just grow as a creator in my techniques, but also if we're talking about like numbers wise, like I'd hope to have 2,500 by the end of the year. Like that's
Reasonable.
It's reasonable, especially with the current trajectory that I'm going. Like
Yeah.
knock on wood, it keeps going. But yeah, and again, like the biggest thing that I'm looking at too, though, is connection and engaging with people and going to all these meetups and meeting with all the creators, whether it's here in Seattle or it's in Vancouver or wherever I go. That's something that I really want to do, is put more of a face, whether it's my face or someone else's face, to this journey. And
there's a lot of power to that. There's a lot of power to that.
There is
a lot of impact.
There is a lot of impact to that.
Yeah.
And my overarching thing is to continue to have fun with it. I don't want to be where I was beginning of last year, where I was like, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. Like, I don't want to be back in that space. Then if I do get in that space, like I said, if I don't have fun with it, why would I keep doing it? Then at that point, I would stop, and that would just be really, really hard to do, because I've done this for almost 7 years now. Come July, it'll be 7 years. Like, that's a long time.
Long time, bro.
I'm 27 now. I started when I was like 20 or something. Like,
well, I mean, people do it for 60 years of their life. To me, it's like you have this entire like body of like life work.
Yeah.
Like, imagine if you do it till like you're 80. You started at 20, 60 years.
Exactly. Like
that's crazy, man.
And in a way, you create another life for yourself doing this. For example, I have my professional life. Like I said, I'm an accountant. Like, I'm working as an accountant here, but I'm able to create a whole different thing. Like, I'm an artist in a way.
Yeah, like you're using both sides of your brain.
Exactly.
Which is like not easy to find in a lot of people. It's either they're very like numbers oriented, or they're very like artsy oriented.
Yeah, and I'm tired of seeing spreadsheets every day. So yes, please, I will go for a photo walk afterwards. Being stuck in an office.
Are your coworkers into photography or no?
One of them is. He takes really good portraits. We have dogs in the office. People bring their dogs, so he takes photos of the dogs, and it's really good work, actually. And it's cool to talk about that stuff, but no one really knows that I do this, or only a few do. So it's I do like to keep that part of me like separate from certain things, but I am pretty open about it too. Like, if someone asks, "Oh, what are your hobbies?" I'll say, "Yeah, I'm an iPhone photographer. That's what I do." And they're like, "Really?" I'm like, "Yeah, that is what I do, and this is what it entails." And anyone can do it. And that's the thing. You don't have to go splurge on a camera, like I said. Just I can show you in 5 minutes how to do it.
Yeah, you never know who's also like into that stuff too, because
you never know.
A lot of people are like interested, but sometimes like they're shy about it, or they don't know how to start, or they don't want to show their work, whatever the case is. But you'd be surprised like how many people are actually into that stuff once you start kind of like just kind of sharing what you do on the weekends kind of thing. Because
Mhm.
people want that like connection. They want to
Exactly.
be in like a safe space to like, share whatever they want to share. They don't want to sound like an idiot, right? Which is
Yeah.
again, we all start from zero. So
Yeah.
there are no really silly questions because we've all asked the same question at one point or another. So
Mhm. For
you
sure.
know, but people want that
Yeah.
connection, that safe space, right? So you never know. You never know who you're talking to.
Exactly. Yeah.
So funny enough, I'm actually looking for an iPhone photographer for like whatever, a wedding or something. I don't know, something crazy like that. I don't know.
Yeah,
No idea.
and just add a little point where you're saying, yeah, people like want to be heard in that stuff. And
They
the
do.
thing about photography is you get seen by people.
Exactly. Exactly.
People see you, and
Yeah.
that's something that I've really clicked with from the beginning. And that's one of the reasons why I started this. Is like, I want people to see me, and I want to do something that like I never thought I could do. But hey, I'm doing it. Like, and I'm pretty successful at it. So
Yeah. Oh,
I'm
just
grateful for all the success. Thank God every single day, but
yeah.
it's very much like, you know, there's a different side that, you wouldn't know until you see my work and then you meet me. That's a whole different layer
Mm,
onto it.
mm,
So
yeah.
I think that's something that like, especially, you know, after the pandemic, people have been yearning for connection with people,
Oh
and
yeah. Oh yeah.
this allows you to do that.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, since then, I think things have changed a lot, and just in terms of how people like interact, like as I was saying earlier. So I think people want that
Yeah,
in person connection kind of thing. So
no, for
we
sure.
kind of took it for granted, and now it's kind of, especially in Toronto, it's like
Oh
there's a
yeah,
lot of people here. I mean, you can meet a lot of people, but it's also at the same time hard to meet people in the city
it is. It's really tough.
because I was just saying yesterday at the meetup, like you sort of need an icebreaker with people.
You
Like
do.
you need a way into the conversation
Yeah,
instead of, hey, I'm Paul and I do all these things. Like, who are you? Like,
yeah, exactly.
but as long as you have an icebreaker to get into a conversation, then it becomes a lot easier because again, you feel like you're in a safe space, right? So
Yeah,
that's kind of how it is in Toronto a little bit.
yeah,
So
no, for sure. Even in Vancouver, it's the same thing.
yeah,
I haven't even been to any events in Vancouver, but whenever I'm only around once a month on the weekends now, so
yeah,
it's like it's harder to.
yeah,
But even then, like, yeah, it's tough to meet people in general, and then
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. It's interesting. Yeah.
Mhm.
Anyway, I don't know. I find that especially with the meetups, like just a different dynamic, right? So yeah, again, if you can get out to a bunch of meetups this year, that'd be great for you, man.
Yeah.
You can meet a lot of people, and
Oh, for sure, for
you
sure.
just never know, right? So cool,
Yeah.
buddy. Well, we're up against the hour, so like, I don't know if you want to share anything else, or if you have any advice for people, or
I mean, my only advice would be just if you haven't started it, do it. If
do
you're
it.
doing it, keep doing it. That's the
Nice.
biggest thing I can say. And, just, make your journey your own, keep going on with it. And,
Yeah.
you know, that's all you can do. And, if you ever hit one of those rock walls where you don't know if you want to do it, doesn't matter.
Message Tariq. He'll have an answer for you.
Exactly. I'll tell you what to do. No, but no, I'm in no way an expert in telling you whether to do it or not, but it's just like you got to enjoy it, and that's the main thing. It's like, and back to my motto: passion, vision, and opportunity. If you have
Mm,
those three, like you're good in this
yeah.
space.
Has that
So
has that
yeah,
always has it always been like a mantra for you?
yeah, that was one
Like
of the first
just
that when
like
I
forever? Like forever?
forever. I mean,
Yeah.
all in this type of in this creator space forever.
Right.
Yes,
Ah,
but
interesting. Cool, man.
I that was and I approached it very systematically and very business like. It's like, what's my mission and vision statement? Like, what
Mm,
am I gonna at the end of the day, if someone asks me what my page is about, I'm not just gonna say, oh, I take iPhone photos, they're great, you should check them out. But I'm like, it's a passion and I've always had a vision for it. And
yeah.
there's an opportunity to take it when you're on the street or wherever you go, you do it.
Yeah, interesting.
And
That's cool,
I
man.
just summed it up to you just there too. Yeah. So
No,
um
it's good. I don't think a lot of people have a mission statement. That's what I mean. Like,
yeah.
you don't really see it too much, especially on social media.
No, exactly. Like that's like this is like what is your North Star? Like what are
Yeah,
you gonna do? Like
right.
why are you doing this? Like if someone
Mm.
asked me, hey, and the beauty about social media, they follow you, they don't ask you why they should follow you. But whenever I see someone who follows me, it's like, okay, or someone who likes my photo or anything, like why are you doing this? Well, whatever I'm putting out there and whatever I have on my page should, and if someone asks me, this is why I'm doing this.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
So
Like that. I should have something like that.
yeah.
Damn. Now I gotta think a little bit.
Me,
Now
that's
you're giving me
my
homework, man. You're giving me homework.
yeah.
All right. Okay.
But no, I just wanted to, I think that's all I want to say. But I just want to say thank you for the opportunity to come on this podcast and to share my story. It's been a blast, and if you ever want me back on, I'd love to be back on.
You should come back on. Maybe at the end of the year, you can do like a year recap or something. And see,
100%,
and see
yeah.
what you've done. I'll note it. I'll note it. Yeah, I'll note it for me, and then I'll
Great.
reach out to you, and then we can do like a year recap.
Let's do it, Paul.
And then we could both be accountable to each other.
Exactly. Yes, we can. Yeah. Just don't leave to December. Be like, oh shit, I have to do this thing before Tariq asks.
It's like, oh yeah, no, I think it's important to have people that you're like
It is
accountable with, because no one's telling you to, like, it's not a job. There's no boss telling you to do something. So you need someone to like keep you in check.
Yeah, this is probably one of the most intrinsically motivating things you will ever do in your life.
Yeah,
being a creator.
Totally.
And it's great to have someone to be like, hey, like, are you gonna post that? Like, or just like someone to keep you accountable, which is a bonus. But you really have to be so disciplined, and not in a way of like structure. It's just like, hey, it's another day. Let's take another day.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, cool, man. Thanks again for coming on.
Yeah,
I'll reach out to you at the end of the year. Maybe you can
yes.
put something together. And everyone, thanks for watching, listening. Wherever this thing is, YouTube, Spotify, Apple, and go check out Tariq. The links are in the description of this podcast. And thanks again, man. Go Seahawks, eh?
Yes, go Seahawks.
Hopefully they win.
Hopefully they win.
I'll see you on the news. And I'll see you on the news in the parade or something.
Yeah,
you should take photos of the parade if they win the
absolutely. Season, if they win, absolutely, I will do that 100%. But awesome. No, thanks for having me on, and appreciate the support and the opportunity.
My pleasure, bro.
All right, have a great day.
All right, thanks everyone, and see you next time. Peace.